Every day, everywhere you look, you are constantly inundated with logos, colors, and even taglines by companies trying to get your attention.
All of these companies have an identity, a backstory, or a reason why they exist.
Few people actually break down the brand image.
What's their why?
What's their mission?
What do they stand for?
Well, we've connected with entrepreneurs and other interesting people from these companies to share what it is about them and their company
that truly makes them brand worthy.
So let's get to the show.
Hey, what's going on, friends? Jason here with Brand Worthy. I'm here with my buddy Mike. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just having a nice little Friday, having a little beer.
A little beer from Church Street. You can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with an afternoon soda.
Yeah, today's show is going to be kind of like off the chain. Is that what they say? All the cool kids say now?
I think so. I think that's the most current lingo. Yes.
Yeah, cool. I'm dated. Huh? Should I use like Chat GPT? Like, what is the cool slang to say now? Will
you just say Chat GPT and it makes you relevant, like fresh and up to date. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I keep doing. Right, guys, we're excited to be here. This is episode 4 of Brand Worthy, and today's guest, many of you do know, Joe and Tina from Paintegrity. We're gonna dive in and learn about kind of how they got started, a little bit about them, and what they look forward to as they continue to evolve into the future. And we're going to have a good conversation. I'm guessing it's going to be like super serious. We're not going to joke or laugh. Yeah. I think you hear Tina laughing as we speak. It's very easy to make her laugh.
See Tina. If you hear that laugh anywhere, you know Tina is somewhere in proximity.
I love when Tina's around because then I feel funny. Like, if she's not around, nobody laughs. And it's not funny.
Yeah. That's the first time on our show you've gotten a laugh. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? That is true. That does make it relevant for sure.
But we're going to dive in and introduce you to the laugh that you might have seen, may have not. I'm not sure, but it's going to be a good conversation. But we like beer and we like local breweries. So we're going to talk a little bit about Church Street Brewing and the brew that we're drinking today. So, Mike, what's up?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about our righteously good brews that we have today. Church Street Brewing, which hails from Itasca, Illinois, has more than 30 craft beers on tap. That is correct. 30 craft beers, and is our featured brewery today on Brand Worthy, the show where we gather local business owners and friends to sit down and discuss what makes them unique at what they do, just like Church Street Brewing is unique at what they do. They've been serving the community with delicious and unique brews for over a decade now. Whether it's in the steeple or in the tap room, come down and enjoy a warm, welcoming environment where they have live music, great food, and award-winning craft beers. So crack one open today and see what Church Street's beer is all about.
I love that place, right? Like
I do love that place.
A few things there recently. It's like a super cool vibe.
Cool, I feel like we're getting there
ownership.
More and more.
Yeah.
Like I feel like everything's gravitating towards that.
Yeah. Beautiful. Is there a mic on that needs to be turned off? When you're live, sometimes things happen. Yeah. All right, cool. We're back. We're back. But guys, Church Street, you got to check it out. We love that place. We're there often. You'll see us there again as we continue to evolve. But today, we're going to dive into our guests and get to know Joe and Tina a little bit more and ask some questions to get their message out there. With this, the guests that come on the show, it's weird. Like, people want to look good when they come on here, right? They want to look the part. Like,
I think if you saw us, most people would think they don't care what people look like on the show. But there actually is
straight up T-shirts and hats, man. Call us a day.
What we've found is when people come to the show, they want to dress their best. They want their hair to look good. They want to be on point, right? Yeah. But we've never in our history had such a weird, unique situation going on that we have right now.
Never. So we're at an Alan Stern event last night. Great event, tons of people there, and I got to see Joe and Tina. And Joe and I were talking, and he was a little nervous. It kind of threw me off. I'm like, Joe's just this big, buff, strong guy, and he's a little nervous.
Easy,
and I'm like,
Jason.
What's going on? What's going on? He was like, I'm going to make sure I look good, and I'm making sure, I'm going to get like a nice pressed shirt. I'm going to shave, and I'm going to get my hair cut. And then he's like, oh man, crap, I'm not going to be able to get my hair cut. I don't know if I'm going to have time. And I'm like, bro, just, who cuts your hair? And he was like, Chris from Signature Trends. And I'm like, dude, just have him come in the studio and we'll get your hair cut to start the show. So we called Chris. Chris was like, I'm in anytime that I could hang out with Joe and Tina and you guys, and I could cut hair at the same time. I'm in. So he came in, and Joe, welcome to the show, man. This is the first ever you're getting your hair cut by a local barber right now.
I feel like kind of a celebrity right now, I have to say. This is amazing.
Even more of a celebrity. I mean, because, your reputation precedes you.
I mean, that's true. Last night, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going to be able to get my hair cut in time. I'm gonna have to like do something about it, and that was a great idea. So Chris, you're the man. You're the man.
Happy for the direct quote from Jason.
Word for word.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that Jason knew to refer a barber, I think that's impressive. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I need to get my hair cut. I assume Jason would have no response.
We're all blessed in many ways, and hair for me is not one of those blessings that have come up. But I do want to help one of my friends that wants to look his best, and we're all about making things happen. And Chris, I think we all go to Chris now. Except me, I take my son there, but Chris is a really good dude. So if you need a haircut, I mean, I guess kind of goes places too, but we won't broadcast that. Go see him at Hoffman Estates.
Yeah, go see him at Hoffman Estates. The shop is cool. It's a cool place to hang out. It's definitely a unique experience, and I think Chris is awesome. But I've gotten my haircut there from other people, and they're just as awesome as well. So it's a good experience.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Guys, we're having fun, obviously. We're going to get to the comments here in a minute, but the first thing that we're going to do...
We already got comments?
There's comments already. Yeah, who knows what these things are?
That can't be a good thing if we're already getting comments.
I cannot wait to dive through this. The computer is here. But, guys, I want to introduce you to Joe's sitting down, so we'll let him go second. But introduce you to Tina, which many of you may know. But, Tina, welcome to Brandworthy.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. We're very excited to be here. This was all very new, and then we had to throw in the whole haircut thing. Kind of threw me off.
Did we scare you a little bit?
A little bit, but I'm learning to be a little more flexible.
Yeah.
You look great.
Look how handsome he looks right now.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth it. You saw what I looked like.
It was a little shaggy, man.
It was like a shaggy dog. Now look at you.
I didn't want to say it, I'm not one to judge hair, with the lack of it. But, I mean, it was getting a little bit there. But, Joe, tell us a little bit about you.
About me?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I'm fine with last-minute stuff. I'm a painting contractor.
That's why we're friends,
That's
by the way.
That's why we're friends. I appreciate you making that happen. I've been a painting contractor for 24 years now. And, it's just, I love the trade, man. I love everything about it. So as far as, what I do, that's basically that. But, I'm just an easygoing, simple guy. I love being around people. I love being around my family. And I love to give, so.
Yeah. Definitely shows when Tina, we asked that question about you, about Tina, and she was like, well, he's handsome, he's giving, he's really kind.
Did you give her a script?
Yeah, definitely trying to help you out, man.
She had the napkin from last night. Did you know it on? Yeah, very nice.
But yeah, it's funny. Getting prepped for these, we get to know people. But when we got prepped for this, we're like, man, we already kind of know them. We got to build a relationship with y'all, and really kind of like over the networking frame. SBA was a huge part of it. You guys have joined us on Village Networking too. So like we've become friends now. So
Absolutely.
Friends that have your back with the haircuts,
Right.
man. We
Yeah.
just pull things in together. But many of those people that are out there might know your story. But how did this get started with Paintegrity? Give us a little bit of the backstory.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it just kind of happened in a car ride, really. We did have a hope and a dream to work together one day. We didn't really know how that was going to look. We tried a different avenue, and the door on that shut, and we were very devastated by that. But instead of, just letting that dream fall away, we decided, hey, let's just do it on our own, because we weren't going to give up on, being together and working together and really pursuing that. And we just did it. So, I mean, it was in the car, just me being frustrated one day about the industry and all the negative stuff about the industry that I love. And just the name Paintegrity came out when I was saying, nobody has integrity. Nobody has integrity. We're going to start a business one day, and we're going to call it Paintegrity, because we're going to put integrity into paint. And it just kind of birthed right there. And
I was like, yeah, babe, that's good.
That's pretty
Write
good.
that down. Write that down.
Say it again, Joe. Say it again.
And everybody's always like, did you come up with the name, Tina? I'm like, nope.
You
Joe
should say
got it.
yes.
Yeah.
You should
No,
take all
I
the
get
credit.
credit.
Give me a little.
But she approved it. If it sucked,
Oh, yeah.
it would.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it from like my perspective, I think there's a bunch of trades. You can find painters. There's other painters out there, but it's very rare that you find people that genuinely care about the project that I'm paying for, right? So it's my project.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have always shown grace in it. You guys also really helped the community out. So I think I knew you before I knew you were a painter. So like we just knew you from
Right.
doing so many things in the community and giving back. And so like Paintegrity sounds like a perfect name for what it is you guys actually do. You're living through that name. So.
Right.
When you meet people, you question them like, oh, are they really legit, right? Like we all do it, whether we
Yes.
say we do or not. and you guys are legit. Like, you're good people that want to build a business and you want to do it in like this giving way. Like, and you do that in so many different ways with your time and with your resources from Paintegrity. So we love that. Obviously, at Love Local, like that's our jam. Like, if we all get back, we all businesses took that approach. Like, what does our communities look like? So I think it's a beautiful thing. Being married and running a business together.
Hold on,
I'm gonna be honest.
We're gonna ask Joe first,
Yeah.
okay? Joe, I love my wife, and she listens, and I love her very, very much. But like working with your spouse or partner has got to be challenging, right? So
Oh no, it's super easy.
Good answer, Joe.
as Tina's staring at you, yeah,
Love you, babe.
blink twice if you're scared. No,
my word, you guys
honestly
are
though, like
brutal.
you're at work, you're at home, you're at events, you're seeing family. Talk a little bit about that dynamic and how it works and how you guys have made it blossom.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a challenge, but we went into this wanting that. You know, we knew that's what we wanted. So when the time comes and it becomes difficult, we have that to fall back on and be like, hey, we asked for this.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really not, you know, it's not that bad because, you know, a lot of your day when you're at work or this and that, you know, we get to just spend the time together. And you know, I'm out doing my part of the job and she's doing her part of the job, so we're not like together all the time. But at the end of the day, we have our conversations are the same. You know, our entire life is all directed in the same path. So that makes that, you know, so much easier to kind of deal with. And it's a choice. Every day you wake up and you make the choice to do it. And when you do that, it's a mindset. And you know, I love my wife very much, so that's an easy choice for me to make.
And I would say for our marriage, it's helped it to even grow deeper because we've learned so much more about each other through
Totally.
running a business together.
Yeah.
I think I hate you guys now.
No. Hey, listen. If the
Podcast is over. You guys are too
Not
nice.
that we don't have issues.
if our entire life was broadcast and put on the screen, you'd be
Yeah, it
like,
would
okay,
be.
you guys are normal.
We're saving that for like reality TV show down the road. That's what they're pitching.
No,
So
it's a normal
but-
marriage. Yeah.
Is there a rule like, hey, look, at the office we talk about business, and then at home there's no business talk, or has life just blended and because you enjoy what you do so much, it doesn't matter when you're talking about
So when we first started the business, we didn't have a boundary. Like me, I could work from like 7 in the morning to midnight, where he's like 9 to 5 done.
Well,
And-
9 to 5 is pushing. I'm more like, you know,
10:45
Couple
to
hours a day, I'm
2:15.
fine.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to have that balance, and so did he. And then it was like we realized we were business partners because now we were just talking business all the time. So we had to create that boundary. We still kind of talk, but it's not. We definitely focus more on our marriage or on the family and having family time now. So we've definitely grown in that.
Yeah, it's hard building a business, right? But it's also hard to be married. So to do both successfully, like, kudos to you. But you talked about the communication piece, and I respect that, because if you learn how to talk to each other, whether you're business owners or whether you're married, like, things usually go well. At least you understand each other and where each other are coming from. So I love that about you guys. And as long as, Joe, you keep making Tina laugh, I think it's going to be all good, right?
that's why I married her. She makes me feel funny too.
Yeah. So talk about, obviously, your painting company, but talk about who you are as a company and kind of what you guys stand for. We talked a little bit about giving back and all that, but and what you guys do and who you serve.
Well, I'm going to start with our why a little bit. You know, why we do what we do, because that really
I love
drives
that.
everything. It can fall into whatever we chose to do, but our why is we wanted to be together. We wanted more time with our family, to be available if they needed us, you know, to be able to control that, and then to be able to give back, you know, more in our church, serve more, and in our community to be able to give back and not be bound by the restriction of, you know, a schedule or, you know, finance, whatever
Punching
it may
a clock or
be. Punching a
something. Yeah.
clock. We wanted that to be, you know, the main reason why we got up and do what we do. And because that was our why, it was very easy to keep going. Even in the hard times, it was very easy to just snap out of it, you know.
For sure.
So-
Right, and we actually, in 2015, we took a financial coaching class, and we just pulled out our papers, and one of our goals was to start a business together. So it's so cool to see now that that's, you know, what we're doing, and so we always go back to that, like, this is our why, like, we wanted this.
And achieving it too. I think
Yes.
that's it's a pretty awesome thing for you guys to be able to do that. I love, like, I hear you talking. You designed your life. We're like,
Yeah.
Yes.
we don't want to answer to anybody else. But we want to give back. We want to build a business and give good quality work to people. We want to be together. But Joe works 2 hours a day. Tina works 50. But no, obviously that's not true.
Close.
But being able to design it so you get you get the most out of life,
Yes.
and you guys are your parents too. So to have that time, I think it's super crucial. And I know a lot of business owners, even myself, I struggle with carving that out, like to make time for all that. So I give you guys kudos to making sure that that's a part of your home life and your business culture. So.
Right.
We do have some comments. Do you guys want to hear?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to be honest with you. I think you're lucky Chris left. He just left. You're lucky because Nick Soto, what's up, Nick? Thanks for watching, of the GOA. He said you should have a mohawk.
Yeah.
I think that would
We can
be
call
cool.
him back. He's still in the parking lot. I think I
Yeah.
can get him back here.
My grandma says I am part Chicopoo Indian, so that might look good.
You could. I mean,
I think it's a made up.
shit. Monica,
tribe,
can you call Chris and get him back here? We're doing the mohawk live on the podcast. Would that be awesome?
Hi, Nick, how you doing?
And Dave LaSavio, I think he's buttering you up a little bit here. He goes,
He must
Joe.
need something.
Yeah, you never know, right?
Yeah, what do you need, buddy?
Joe and Tina, we all love Dave. Joe and Tina are the best looking couple in the SBA.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty good thing. Are there any other couples though?
I don't know.
I think there's some other couples who just got offended.
Sorry, I'm already married.
I don't know. I mean, Jamie says he votes for us all the time,
Yeah.
so we got his vote.
Yeah, my vote too. Dave also said, you see, this is awesome. I think you could probably sell this and probably profit off it. Your laugh to a text tone. So anytime somebody calls you, you hear your laugh. Like,
I think so.
I think that could work. Right?
I agree.
Another line of revenue, right? Just like that. Yeah. Every time Joe would be like, twitching.
I'm like, I didn't say anything.
You just hear it in Jewel walking around. You just hear your wife's laugh randomly.
So we talked a little bit about business, a little bit, and kind of your guys' dynamic. We talked a little bit about your culture, but go into like the mission and the core values of your business. Like, what does Paintegrity stand for, and what's the vision for Paintegrity?
So our mission is building lasting relationships through a positive experience, and we do that with our employees, our customers, and our network. Like, we're just relational people.
Yes.
And we do that through our core values. So our core values actually spell out paint, so it's easy to remember. And
That has to be a Tina idea.
Bingo, for sure.
so the P
Joe,
is,
we need an end value. Find an end value.
Right, exactly.
so the P is positivity, which is a mindset. So we encourage our employees, like, everything starts with a mindset, which drives our behaviors. And then the A is accountability. So that is, we're reliable and we want to be held to the highest standard. And then I, which is like the middle, our core is integrity, which obviously it's in our name.
That was the easiest one.
That was the easiest one. And then N is nurture. And that's really that we want to invest in our people, invest in the community, and train to develop them. And then T is teamwork, which is then finishing off again with relationships and working as a team.
Yeah, I love that, and I think to me it's the relationship piece. For one, I see you all live in those values, but I go back to the relationship piece, and making people feel good, whether you work with them or whether you're networking with them in the community. Like, we have a choice as business owners. You could have this transactional business, or you could have a relationship-based business.
Right.
It's a lot more positive doing a relationship business.
Absolutely.
So it's super smart for you guys to be able to do that, and just build that who you are into your business. That's what I hear you saying. So,
Yeah. And I mean, total transparency, I'm more transactional. Like, I'm just like this. He's more relational. So we balance each other out because he helps bring that relational side. I mean, I am a relational person, but it doesn't come natural like it does for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like we're a
that's
balance.
So nice.
Wow,
Yeah.
thanks, babe.
Yeah.
And I think people are taking notice of your company and the drive that you have, because I see constantly awards, recognition, give backs every month to different charitable organizations. And so anybody, I'm sure, on their comments have seen that. So I don't want you to pick your favorite, but give one that you want to talk about, maybe that has a lasting memory for you of something that you gave back to, or an organization or award that you won that you want to share.
Wow. That's a loaded question.
It is.
But
Yeah, we don't mess around,
now
man.
you go straight.
We'll
with
get
the sugar.
haircuts done, and
Wow.
we'll get to the point. All right.
My favorite
what else
person
do you
is
need, man?
too.
You need a beer? We got a beer.
I'll crack that one
All
open.
right.
You can give a couple if you want. But
Well, I got to say, just in general, giving back in general. So I'm going to kind of skate around your question.
that's fine. Very
It's
political
just,
of you.
Just giving in general is huge for us. So the fact that last year we've been able to give in some way for the last we're in our 6th year now. We've been able to give some way back. It started small, just time, this and that, and then last year was our first year where we got to pick organizations and give back portions of our profit. Really get involved with the community, and I think if I have to pick one, getting involved with the giving group, the kickball. That was awesome. I mean, that was fun just because, there's such camaraderie there. There's so many people involved. Our team got to be part of it, so they all got to be involved in that. So that was just a fun event, though.
And I felt like the first year was good
Yeah.
because there's only like 3 or 4 teams, and they almost raised $10,000, and it was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second year,
$10,000.
I think we did at the end, right?
Yeah.
We had to donate a couple of dollars to make it to 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
But then the next year, it just like caught fire. I mean, it was
Yeah.
like 15 teams, 4 fields. I think it was like 50,000. I mean, the fact that everybody just got around something like that is amazing. So
Yeah.
That was
your
a great
part in
time.
that was awesome too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will also say the swag that you guys have come out with is really what I think draws and makes people remember you guys. So where did that come from? Because I'm obviously wearing a cool sweater. You guys have awesome hats. You guys come out with new shirts all the time. So like, who sparked that idea and why?
I'll just say that I just like what I like, and when I see something, it just I get inspired by it. So when I saw like our logo, our logo actually was we were trying so hard to get that created, and we tried to find people, nothing. So guess who actually created our logo? That was this lady right here.
Yeah.
So to put that
The brains behind the operation. We got that a long time ago.
We're starting. It's coming in crystal clear. We're getting it. We're getting it.
But just I just wanted to. I like to wear our stuff, and it just started with what I would like to wear, and just I want our guys to be proud of what they're wearing out there too.
Yeah.
But I also wanted it to be recognizable, so when people see it, like the brush and the star, that was just something like other recognizable little things out there. I just wanted that, so it didn't. It just kind of like it was in here, and we just started throwing it on clothes, and people started loving it.
And we really wanted our employees to wear our swag outside of work. Like they were wearing their, like their uniform, but we wanted them to like be proud of it. And then when they're out,
So
that
smart.
they would,
Yeah.
and we told them you can wear it when you paint, but that's on you. I would prefer you not to. And so some of the guys didn't. They're like, nope, I'm not getting paint on this, and they still wear them. So
And
that
Joe
was
still
really-
wears his when he's painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I wear everything when I'm
Yeah.
painting. Pretty much everything I own has paint on it.
But he's always like, the paint's supposed to go on the wall, not on my clothes.
Right. Paint's
Yeah.
way too expensive to go on clothes.
That's a good point. These are nice hoodies. I have one too. They're expensive too. I love that. And I feel like because of your core values and what you guys stand for, like this is a part of it.
Yeah.
It's like represent the brand. We're giving you comfortable, like warm hoodies that you could wear and be proud of it. And I feel like you're making people feel a part of something. It's not just painting.
Right.
You're making the people that work with you feel like they're important and they're a part of Paintegrity. That's a huge piece that many businesses aren't able to achieve, especially, and nothing against trades. That's even more delicate. So for you guys to be able to do that is pretty awesome. We have some more comments. You want to hear?
Okay.
So
Maybe that didn't
yeah.
sound like you guys were confident
Yeah,
about
It depends on who's making the comment right now.
So Carrie Ann just jumped in. She said best swag in town.
All right.
Okay, all right.
Carrie Ann, I'm not gonna lie, like
she also-
stings a little bit. Like, what about our swag?
She also said, I think the bottom that says she'd like a purple shirt.
The purple. She should have a purple shirt.
That's the one thing you're
We
missing.
need a
Okay.
Paintegrity purple shirt.
We got those.
And we need it by
Alright.
June 1st so that she could be set and ready
Okay.
to go.
We're on it.
For Alzheimer's
got you.
month. A lot of people are joining us on here. Hey, Elena, Dawn is on here. And as well, just joined us here recently. Marshall, I think he wants swag.
He did tell me, I'm sorry, Marshall, I haven't given it to you yet.
Yeah,
I got you.
Hey, I
yeah.
had to make a post and put a video out to get swag, so he's
Yeah.
got to do something a little
Yes.
more. You know?
You gotta earn
You were
it.
mad, by the way.
I was so mad. I came in one day and Jason had that hat on, and I was like, "What?
Not even
what is
high.
going?" I
Not
was
even
so
high.
mad.
Like, how did you get that hat? And
was
I'm
like,
like,
did they give you
Joe
two hats?
gave it to me. And, yeah.
I think he threatened me. That's
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
So Marshall, you guys aren't you're not Bears fans. I think we'll go into that a little bit more later. You're not Bears fans, but we're Bears
second
fans.
second favorite.
Bear
team.
down, bear down. No, Marshall, I'm with you. Bear down. Coming to Arlington Heights, I love it.
Go Cowboys.
All right, go.
How about them?
The Arlington Heights
ended Tom
Cowboys.
Brady's
Yeah, I'm all about the
I
Arlington Heights
know.
Cowboys. They're a really good youth football team.
They can't win a playoff game, but they
That-
finally did,
That
and they
star
ended.
might just become a
That's right.
Dallas Cowboys
Be a
star.
Cowboys
I was going to ask about that. I'm like, well, it's too early. We'll wait for that. But leading into that, you guys aren't small thinkers. You want to, from what I see and what we see from throughout this whole process and getting to know you, is you're big dreamers that want to do good in the world, want to do it your way, but you're not small thinkers by any means. So let's talk about what's next and what you're excited for as we move into the future. So what does the future look like for Paintegrity? Let's look at like the near to short term, the next 1 to 3 years. What does that look like?
So actually going back to that vision in 2015, one of our other life goals was to move to Texas at some point. This was before we started the business. When we started the business, in our business plan, we had a 3-year plan of purchasing a house in Texas. So that was already our plan. And at that time, I have to be honest, we were small thinkers. We weren't thinking big at that time. But it was in 2020 when we started to really start thinking big about that, on what we wanted to do and where our brand could really take us.
Yeah.
So you can take it from there.
Wow. Yeah, as far as Texas goes, that was one of those things we just revisited that, and it's funny because, it was just where we wanted to be, where we wanted to end up, and I just feel like a lot
Neither of you from Texas or anything. You
No.
just want to. Okay, all right.
we just have family out there, and we just love it out there, So it's what we wanted to do, and it's funny, we talked about it since day one, since we started building relationships with people. It's always been a part of us and a topic that we've talked about. And it's just one of those things that as this time gets closer and closer, just people seem shocked by the fact that it's really going to happen eventually. And, we just want to reiterate to people, it's like, we did not start building relationships with people just to say, okay, bye. We definitely care deeply about the relationships that we've built. And, we want to maintain that no matter where we're at. So, but as far as Paintegrity goes, this isn't going anywhere. We're putting the right people in the right places, the same kind of culture, the same kind of heart that we have. The people that are joining our team want to grow the way we want to grow and share the same vision that we have. And as we move to Texas and we do that out there, we're thinking about franchising and how that's going to look. And actually have a call tonight with some people about that. So it's super exciting for us to see what those next steps are going to be. The door is wide open for whatever we want it to be. And again, we're not scared of what kind of work or anything it's going to take. We just know that if we want to do it, we can do it.
And what we're excited about is having a franchise where we're training those franchisees together. So like at that point, we are now working together, and it's not like he's going to do this and I'm doing this role. We're actually have the same focus.
Yeah.
Which we're really excited
I
about.
find it shocking that people were like, "Oh, you're actually going to move to Texas," because knowing Tina, the second she says something's going to happen, like I feel like it's going to happen. So
Well, you don't
this
feel that
doesn't-
about me?
yeah, and kind of you too, but I feel like if you had a vision and a goal, you keep talking about it. It seems like you're very disciplined and you work towards that.
Totally.
And I think that it doesn't seem like a shock to me.
No. And I'm an idea guy. I'm the idea guy.
Yeah.
And it's so when we got together, my whole life I've always like, hey, wouldn't it be great if this? Wouldn't it be great if I just always had a lot of ideas. And one thing I realized about my wife is that she was always listening. So she, I would spit out an idea, and then like a day or two later, she'd sit down. She's like, okay, so I did some research on this. And she goes, so if you wanted to do that, this is what it would take. This is how long it would take. I'm like, wow, she was really listening to me. So
Joe, do you remember on September 12th at
Yes.
8 p.m. you
Yes.
mentioned this while we were talking?
Yes.
Well, here you go.
And I started realizing I need to be careful. I can't just spew out whatever's in my head anymore, because she actually takes the time and researches it and see what it's going to take to do it. So, that team.
She's
together,
the yin to your yang.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
you
needed.
got it.
Yeah.
Great. It's a great team, but that's how.
She's probably also your dream crusher at times. Yeah. You suck.
I call her corporate. She's shooting my dreams down.
My wife would call it a dream
Joe,
crusher.
why do you
yeah.
keep saying corporate? We're
I'm talking about franchising. How's this happening? We talked about this a lot, and obviously we're going to miss you when that time goes. We still have time with you, and we're grateful for that. you don't always believe when people say, "Oh, we're moving away. We'll stay in touch." I believe it because you're still coming back once a quarter, and you've built like the relationships you built. Like we could see phony from a mile away. Like you built genuine relationships with people in the community. So, you're still connected with them on social media, right? You're not unfriending anybody, right, Joe?
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Depending on the rest of this podcast,
he's like, maybe
we'll
you
see.
and Mike.
We'll see what comments come in, but as of right now, no.
Yeah. So you still get to stay connected through social media, and I think for me, I part of my life was here, and part of it was in Las Vegas, and I still have maintained relationships with my friends in Las Vegas because of social media.
Yeah.
And it helps people stay connected. And you said something that really struck me. It was like you're like that old friend that you see again that you could just pick up where you left off. So I'm excited for you guys. I know Mike, he probably won't say it because he doesn't want to be nice, but we're excited for you guys, and we love dreamers that want to make it happen and execute. So, but when are you leaving? Can we throw a party?
Yeah, do we have a drop dead
Throw a
date?
party? Monica, we want to throw a party for
Paintegrity
Paintegrity before they
wait,
leave.
hold on. We
Can
got
we do
a
that?
scoop here.
We're
Jake.
live right
Be
now.
quiet.
I have to say-
Be quiet. We're hard hitting.
All I have to say is
journalists
if
here.
the date comes out right now, I'm putting it on the chalkboard.
You're putting on what?
My countdown chalkboard at the house. I have not been allowed to put an exact date yet.
Okay.
It says
Could we
soon.
be a breaking story?
Breaking story, or can we just say, hey, can
Roughly?
we party? Can we party before you leave? Can it be a
Yes.
Paintegrity?
We will be having
Bash.
a party.
We will be having
Yes.
a party.
So good. So we don't have to buy the booze. That's gonna be a lot.
That's even better.
I like it. This
Yeah.
is even better. Okay.
I'll come thirsty.
All right. Cool.
We
My
really
question-
appreciate Church Street.
The best beer.
See,
ever,
look
yeah.
at this guy.
He's a natural.
He is the
yeah.
idea guy over here. Now Tina's gonna make it happen.
You're right.
My question's more not hard hitting, but like, look, in order to build something successful, especially a small business, it's really was on your shoulders for many years to do that. But now to move and franchise and keep it going here, and I've had the privilege of working with some of your team, but like, talk about the team that you have and really how they're going to be able to keep it going. Because I'm impressed by, I only talked to you guys for like 20 minutes about a job. The team took it over and delivered perfection.
Yeah, I like Phil more than I like Joe.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
I didn't want to say that.
Most people
I
do.
asked for Phil to come, but
He already had a haircut.
So yeah, I can speak to that. So Joe and I had like the culture in our mind of what we wanted Paintegrity to be, and it was about 3 or 4 years that we realized it's all in our head and we weren't bringing it down to our team. So last year we put together an entire training program to get everybody on the same page, going in the same direction. And we knew that there might be people that would be like, yeah, I don't want this anymore. Goodbye. And that was okay. You know, we were ready for it. But every single person thanked us. Every single one of the employees said, this was awesome. This is what was needed. We are excited to be on the bus, and we're excited to be going in the same direction and be,
isn't that crazy how
Yes.
stupid that is? It's like just having a conversation and explaining what you want them to do.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yes.
oh my God, this is better than 90% of jobs out there.
And so nobody can fall
Sounds
through
so
the
simple.
cracks. Nobody gets lost in the mix. They get rewarded for doing a great job. You know, if there's opportunities, we talk about them. And so our communication is very upfront with them. And I think they see that how genuine we are and how we invest in them for sure. Because they are amazing.
It shows. Mike knows me from corporate America, so I like the word culture. I think culture is important because you want to make people feel good when they're working or when they're at home. It's important. And when you guys saw you at the SBA Toast, and you brought your whole team,
Yes.
I'm like, I want to cuss right now, but I'm not going to say it. But I was like, yes. I'm like, that's business right there.
Yeah.
Like, love on your people. Take care of the people that do the work with you, and
Yes.
and have them a part of that journey and make them feel something like you do with the branding and all that sort of stuff and all that. So I love that piece of it. I am gonna miss you guys, so you're gonna have to come back and let us know that. Let put us on the calendar like once a quarter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
well,
do-
I think
we'll
they
have our own
have
party.
Texas is like its own country, I think, but they have telephones and they have
Yeah.
FaceTime and they have
yeah,
social media.
They're pretty
still.
advanced over there. Actually.
I think so.
Yeah.
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 So you could
FaceTime.
use
What's
that.
that? No. All right, guys. We're getting ready to wrap up. A couple last questions. The first one is going to be what are some nuggets that have helped you guys along the way, whether they're together, whether it's separate. What's helped you continue to move on to the right track and get to where you guys are heading to now?
Go ahead.
So one of the things is definitely fear. And sometimes before you're ready to take that big step, you have that like uncomfortable fear, like, is this the right thing to do? But when you have that fear, when that comes in, you know you're doing the right thing, because you know that once you take that step of faith, it just, everything falls into place. And we've done it multiple times. The first time was bringing me on full time. My job, I was stable with my income. I'm like, if I go into here, it's hard to do. And I had small kids, so I'm like, this is gonna be really tough. But I knew it, and I took the step of faith. And after that, the first year, I mean, we just exploded. So I would say that was a big eye opener for us. That when we knew we were getting fearful to take a step, to just take it.
Yeah, I love that. I think fear stops so many people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If there's something in your heart, like it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
It's just scary because it's new, or it's pushing the limits, or it's like, screw working for other painting companies. Let's do this, and let's put integrity in it, and let's take over the painting industry. And that's what I feel from you guys.
Right.
Jason says the leap of faith thing all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like
So that's what all this is.
Yeah, when you get close to
Winging
something
it
and you
faith.
believe in it,
Yeah.
you have to take that step to just make
Absolutely.
it work.
There's not things put in our heart that you're not supposed to go after. I don't think that's how us as humans are.
Right.
So we should listen to that. So I love that you guys give that advice to everybody that's out there.
Yeah.
So we talked about you guys. So did you have anything, or is that?
I did. I think my nugget that I got.
Oh, I'm sorry,
was-
we didn't know you were still here.
Yeah, I know. That's usually it's usually how it goes. My nugget that I got. I was going to talk, good stuff about you, but now I don't know.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Jack.
People. The people. One of the things that we hear all the time about us is that we're genuine. It's because it's true. We're genuine.
Yeah.
And let's be clear. Genuine does not mean perfect or good. Genuine means real.
Yeah.
And
It means crap. I didn't get my hair cut, and I want my hair cut.
real.
Yeah,
It's real stuff.
Like,
You're going to see whatever you're seeing from us. Whenever we say something to you, it's genuine. It's real. You can know that that's how it's coming from our heart, and that's who we are.
Amen.
And we just know that the people that we've surrounded ourselves with are the same types of people, and that we come from. We've never been. We've never hidden our faith that we're believers, and that is a community. It's a church. It's the people, and we just took that into our community. And you can't do life alone, man. You cannot do life alone.
Yeah.
And the people you
get
surround
your
yourself
village,
with,
get your community.
I'll tell you what, together,
Yes.
together, there's nothing we can't do, and we just know that with the right people in our corner, we'll be able to do whatever we want to do.
You need to put that on a T-shirt. Steve Long, hook us up with some T-shirts.
Which leads me to my question.
Yeah.
I almost got you to say when you're moving to Texas. I failed. But I did write down, when are you starting a swag shop online that people can buy your swag?
Well, I'd like to speak on the swag thing. It's never been like a dream of ours to sell swag, okay?
But it's a dream of other people.
It is.
For
And
you
here's
to
the
sell
thing:
swag.
is we want
It
to
is the year of Paintegrity swag.
It is.
Yeah.
we love that, and we want to be able to use that to give back.
Yeah.
So what we've decided is that we're going to do something like that. We're still working on that. It's my idea. She's going to obviously implement it. But we're going to figure out a way to make our stuff available so that anybody who wants to acquire that, purchase it, we're going to pick an organization that we're going to donate that money back to, because we're not about trying to make money on our stuff. But it's an opportunity for us to give back again. Awesome. So that's in the works right
a good
now.
idea.
We're gonna use our logo and our brand that people are actually asking for, which is crazy to me, to give back.
I know, isn't it? It's got to be a surreal.
It is crazy.
It is.
It is crazy. Love it. It's just weird.
I mean,
but-
another
a great
win for
idea,
Tina. She made the logo.
Yeah.
She's just chalking them up today.
None of this happens without Tina. Let's make sure that's clear.
I think we're all getting that.
yeah.
Let's call it
it's
Tina
not in my
Integrity.
notes, but I'm clearly seeing that thread through all of these comments.
Yeah. I love that. Ragu said, love Joe and Tina, best owners ever in any industry. For what you guys stand for and the realness and the belief, I'm going to go right along and agree with him on that. Chris, Rojak, I might be saying her last name wrong. I apologize, Chris. She said, love the total corporate transparency, which I would agree with her on that as well. And Don Block, what's up, Don?
Yeah.
Hey, Don.
So I remember how we met. It was in the most part particular way. Obviously, I need to learn how to read, and I'm so happy we have built our relationship. So
Nice.
Sounds like a really good story.
It
So
is.
let's hear that.
Stay
Let's talk,
tuned.
Dom.
Yeah, part 2.
Yeah, part 2. It's coming. We didn't talk much about paint. We talked about who you guys are and what you stand for, but you're really good at painting people's houses inside and outside. Talk and give the people, like, where can they go if they want to work with a painting company that puts integrity into paint? Where can they find you guys at?
So we do have a website, which is paintegrityllc.com. We are on social media, so you can follow us at Instagram, Facebook, which is at Paintegrity LLC. And then we are on TikTok, so follow us there as well. But we
Sound
really,
Joe's gone
apprehensive to
viral
mention that one.
Tina's-
Why did you not mention that one? Yeah.
I know, because a lot of it's me.
The internet trolls are going to be on TikTok now that you said it that way.
But I will say follow us because we have a huge announcement in the next month on a project that we are working on, and we're excited to reveal it.
excited.
So
Yeah, I'm excited to hear about that too. I think I'm like guessing, but I'm gonna keep it from everybody else too because it's a secret and it's
It
just like
is.
we just know it here, kind of, and maybe you probably don't even.
I
even
actually do know it, and I think I'm going to say it. It's going to be Paintegrity Field in Arlington Heights.
yeah, for the Arlington
Is that
Heights
the one I
Cowboys.
was thinking of?
For Arlington Heights
wow.
Cowboys, when they leave, it'll be in memory. That's a great idea.
Is that not what you guys are going to announce? Because I thought that's where we were going.
Monica,
with
can
this.
you
Are you
reach out
talking
to the
Arlington,
economic
Texas?
developer for Arlington Heights?
Oh, well, forget that then.
Integrity Field.
But I will say this
Who needs
will
Soldier
bridge Paintegrity from Illinois to Texas. So
Ooh,
it's
that was a nugget right there.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, I like that.
All right, a real paint question. We have to talk something about
Okay, let's
painting.
talk about
Okay,
Then we gotta close
like,
up.
Joking.
what's the hot, sexy color of 2023? Is there something new? Is it still grays? Is it beiges? Like, is there something you want to share with the interior decorators on the call?
And Carrie, if you're watching, just turn it off now. I do not want to paint any. That's it. You
Go to our
All right.
website.
Man, I mean, right now it's still the grays, so you're still getting the gray and the beige,
Yeah.
but everyone's going more of the white, doing more of a softer white with white trim, with some black accents. Color of the year right now is more of that red terracotta color, just because it's bringing the outside in, so...
Mike
that's
and I
not
were
where we're at.
nodding our heads yes, but we don't have
No,
You
I've
have
seen
no
a lot.
idea.
Honestly, like, I actually, I don't want to say I'm into it, but I do care a little bit, and I've seen a lot of like black and white themes in a
think
lot
that-
of houses, like really popular right now.
They
so I
are.
thought maybe grays were moving out and black and whites in.
Grays
or
have been the
whatever.
longest
Yeah,
streak in the
strong.
industry that I've seen in the 24 years I've been doing it. The gray has been around for a long time.
But grays
long
have
time.
so many undertones, so it
blues or
That's
the,
true.
the beiges. Yeah, I mean, white trim and gray or grays or with the blue, like that sells houses. And you paint your cabinets white if they're oak, and you just made a lot more money for your house.
Exactly.
Which we do paint cabinets.
And they
Yeah.
do paint cabinets, and I've seen some of the
Good work.
post on it. It looks good.
Yeah.
Also, black trim lately is very popular.
Yeah.
But
It
I-
is,
It seems
yes.
like that's like cool for a picture. I don't know if I could live. I feel like I would
Right.
ding that up.
That was a very fast trend. I don't think it's something that will last.
It's like dark hardwood floors. They seem so great until you live in them.
Yes.
And you have dog hair and you got dust and that's another topic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another topic. But yeah, I think it's time to just close out the show. Let's talk about some upcoming events.
My beer's
And then
empty,
Your
so-
beer's empty, and we kind of roll. But thank you guys for being on the show. This is
Absolutely.
for having us.
by far, no offense against the other ones, we had a lot of fun today. We knew that. It was just
We set the bar.
yeah. It's fun. You guys are fun, real people that take your business seriously, but not yourselves, and it
Right.
shows. And you have fun with that, and that's why I think people like you guys so much. So,
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
So yeah, we have some upcoming events. Maybe they'll see Joe and Tina there at some of these events.
I'm sure
too.
they will.
yeah.
If you're gonna be at any of these events, just chime in, okay? We'll kind of play a little game.
Okay.
All right, first time ever. So, all right. So the next thing, this is going to be like after hours of all after hours for the SBA, March 2nd at Garage Store. You guys going?
Yes,
Yes or no?
yes.
Okay. If you say no, you know this is a lot of pressure.
We're just
right?
gonna say yes to everything. We figured out.
Someone
Yes.
came up.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's on March 2nd at 5 p.m. I believe Monica is going to be throwing the link in the copy down below. If you're not part of the chamber,
Come on, Monica,
you
get
should.
on it.
Hurry up, Monica. Let's go. She's already over it, like normal. Another thing that's coming up is Progressive Networking Luncheon at Belvedere Banquets with the GOA. Link will be in the copy as well. getting ready to join the GOA. Nick has been super, super, super hospitable, and we're grateful for that. And on March 9th, we have some pretty awesome events. And
it's kind of an all day of networking.
yeah, it's an all day of networking. We're going to do lunchtime with Village Networking. It's a great way to meet local business owners and people that work in nonprofits.
Good food.
Yeah, it's a good group of people that want to help each other thrive, which is having a giving mindset. So if you can make it, click down below at the Eventbrite and we'll get it in there. Are you guys going to that? If you say no, I'm going to be sad. No. Okay.
We just won't say anything.
Yeah, there's no saying. So not going to that.
First of all, I want to play poker against Tina anytime. Anytime,
I saw the
anywhere,
smirk.
for any amount of money, I will play you in poker.
The
You'll
last
be rich.
thing, and I'm not even asking.
But that's
them,
okay. You're not going to make it to
My
lunch.
face speaks louder than my mouth. I
Yeah.
know.
But that afternoon, you can go to Mad Cat's and get some good food and some
And
drinks.
it's kind of up their alley because it's about giving back. So,
Okay,
I mean,
that we
that's
will
true.
be at.
Okay, yeah. So Mad Cats, it's the next Love Local Swarm, where we're going to Mad Cats in Palatine. If you don't know where that place is, it used to be Max on Slades in downtown Palatine. It's a cool, I think some of my family would call it a little joint of type of a bar with a great stage and great sound system that they have there with a lot of different fun events. But that night's going to be the Love Local Swarm with 20% of the proceeds going to the Palatine JCs. And then we're really fortunate enough to have, through this process of having a sponsor for that event where all that money goes to the Palatine JCs as well. We'll talk more about that a little more later, but Palatine Bank and Trust and Andrew Mertz has just been super hospitable and collaborating with us. And the goal is to bring the community together to really focus in on, like, if we all work together, as Joe said earlier, we all support each other and we go through towards a common direction, that we truly could make our communities a better place to live. So that's what we're doing on the Swarm, and it's gonna be some good networking too. So
Plus, I love it because if you're there and you're like, should I have one more beer? Well, it's for charity. You know what I mean? So you always get to have one more. That's why I'm always. I should be around more. If you guys need help, if Tina doesn't have the answers, you come to me. I'll give you some good answers.
Definitely. Mike's email is down below if you have any questions for him.
Anything, any random
Maybe
questions
we
in
start like a
life.
Dear Mike show. That sounds very different.
Or if you just want to drink with him, apparently he's
All
up
right,
for it.
I think we're done here.
All right, my friends, we've had a blast here today. Thanks for joining us. We're humbled by the amount of people that just engage with the podcast. It sounds like you all love Joe and Tina just as much as us. So thank you guys again. My friends on the other side, we look forward to the next episode of Brand Worthy coming up here the week after next. Every other week we'll be doing that. If you want to join us next week, it'll be Love Local Chicagoland's first podcast where we get Monica behind the mics, and I can't wait for y'all to meet her even more because she's really got something to say. And
It's going to be a wild
She's shaking her
ride.
head no right behind me
Yeah.
right now, but she's one awesome soul. She had to put up with me for a year and figure all this stuff out. So she's awesome.
Hey, listen, yo, welcome to my podcast, Joe.
It's going to be an awesome podcast, and we're interviewing Kathy and Matt East from Boys and Girls Club, and we're going to talk about some of the great things that they're doing there. So, my friends, peace out. We appreciate you joining us. See you next time. Bye.
Take it easy.